Hello Simmers, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome if you're new. I am so happy to have you all here today as we finish up the last of the 3 townhouses in my 4-part mini-series. So today, wait a second, hold on, let me back up. So I'm sorry for the lack of voiceovers the last couple videos. I have been dealing with several sinus infections and a couple, I don't know, my sinuses are just messed up right now. It's very dry, and sometimes still get like a scratchy throat, but I am on the mend, so that's good. But so as I tell you about this build and the family who lives here, or the idea of the family who I designed this house for, I am going to reference the first townhouse, because the first one I had no voiceover in. The second one I had I think 10 minutes of a voiceover, but you still were able to get the idea of who lives there, but not in the first one. So let's get on to this furnishing. So I designed this house for a family of 4. In my head, it's a mom and a dad and 2 brothers. Originally, I think I was gonna do just a mom or a dad and a son, but it changed. I changed to a whole family. But the color scheme, this build was a little harder for me, just because there's so much white in here in this house. And I really do like white, but it's hard for me. And you would think that wouldn't be the case. But I think it was just so white and tan and brown that I was having trouble pulling in different colors. I don't know, because sometimes it'd be way too colorful, but I don't know. Eventually I pulled this rug out that you'll see, or you have seen. And there's a very nice heather gray in there. So because of that, it gave me, I don't know, I just started pulling blue out. And I really liked the way it made that gray in the rug just look more blue. So for example, the picture frames that we got from Growing Together, and then this chair from Horse Ranch has little specks of blue in it. And then just, are those what am I pulling out? Oh, there's just some books. No, yeah, I don't know. I just think that the blue really pulled out the blue within the gray of the rug. I love that rug. Actually, I don't think I've ever used it. I don't even think that I even knew, I don't even think I've ever seen it. So when I saw it, I was like, oh, I really like this. And then I pulled it out and I was just like, oh yes, this is definitely going to work. I liked it a lot. Oh, I also pulled out that ottoman. Shoot, where is it from? Is it from high school years? I could be way wrong, but it has that a tealish blue kind of color in there also, and I don't know. I loved all the little things that I was able to find that had that light tealy kind of blue color. It just worked out really, really well, and it gave me what I needed to come up with the whole common living area color scheme for this apartment or townhouse. So yeah, that was my idea for the color scheme in here. But if we get back to the people who live here, so I said there was 2 brothers. So it's a mom, a dad, and 2 brothers. That's what I had in my head. And the way it's gonna play into the storyline of the first townhouse is it's a mom and a daughter's townhouse. And so I'm thinking that one of the brothers in this house is having, like, he's dating the girl in the townhouse in the first one. Yeah, so they've just formed a relationship and they really like each other. This townhouse is 2 bedrooms and 1.5 bathrooms. This layout is a little bit different, just because of the access to the roof. Each of the builds has access to the roof, and they have separate access, and then there's an area that's shared up there. So all of the townhouses have access to that rooftop from like their upstairs like landing area. And just because these builds are not mirrored and they're just the exact same townhouse next to each one, so they're not mirrored, it was off balance, I think, up on the roof. And because you can kind of see the roof at different angles, I just had to mess with the entrance to the upstairs rooftop. And because I messed with the entrance to the rooftop access, I also then needed to mess around a little bit with the floor plan of this townhouse. And I actually really like the way this one ended up turning out. At first I had the upstairs laid out exactly the way I have it now, except there's like a little closet type looking, like it's a little room. It's a little room. Sorry if you hear my dog barking. I'm not really sure what's going on. Well, we're having like a blizzard right now, and there's lots of people out and they are snow blowing and shoveling, and I think he keeps seeing people or hearing him. So I have a bay window in my living room, and he always gets up on my couch and like looks out that bay window, and he'll like sit in the window and like look outside and bark at people. In his defense though, he's only one. He's a corgi. He was a gift from my husband's grandpa. Anyway, what were we talking about? Before my dog started barking. I don't remember, but anyway, looks like we're in the kitchen now. And originally I wasn't gonna have this be like a whole family, because I did not include a dining room at all. So there's no table, there's no actual dining table. What I was gonna do is originally my idea for this family was just gonna be a dad and a son, but it kind of changed. So I just kept that same like concept, but like had a whole family. So I'm thinking like they don't have little kids, so they can easily all sit at this like bar type island and have dinner together or meals together, and it works just the same. So yeah, and I really liked this kitchen because it's probably the biggest kitchen I have, and it's really like clean looking, like it's very white. I love white kitchens. I would never be able to have a white kitchen in real life. Would not work out. Yeah, but they're very pretty to look at. So because it's The Sims, why not have a white kitchen, right? It's very clean and just lovely, pristine. So when I was, really struggled because when I was doing the furnishing of all of these builds, I had already had the structure done, and I didn't want to change the structure in any way. Like I wanted the structure of the build to be almost exact from what I uploaded to the gallery, because like what's the point of changing it structurally when that was just the build. That's the way I made the build, and I was gonna furnish it the same way. But it stinks because once I started furnishing, I was like, oh man, I don't like the way this is, or I don't want that here. But I really tried to stick with it. So for a little bit I was struggling with the kitchen because it was such a large area, a large kitchen, and it was just really like separated. I don't know, it's just not it's not the type of kitchen that I normally would do, but I feel like it's pretty like this kitchen is more modern than kitchens that I'm used to doing, but with the style, I guess, of the people who live here, I was able to I think I did a really good job using the modern kitchen and like making it less modern, I guess. I don't know. So I did end up using the same curtains all the way from like all around downstairs. And then like I think the kitchen ones are a little bit different color than the ones that I have in the like the living room and the hallway by the stairs. And then I couldn't decide what I was gonna do over here. I was gonna have like a little breakfast table with like a 2-seater. But I decided against it because they have a window in their like entranceway. So I didn't think that there'd be a lot of room for like a coat rack, like just your storage of your coats and your shoes and whatnot, like stuff like that. So what I figured I would do is just kind of have like a little open closet area over there. So that's just where I had stored their coat, like put their coat rack and have their shoes and stuff. Oh, I really liked this idea. So I'm trying to think of where this is from. Let's see. I don't know if I can see it. No, it's up there. It's covered. Anyway, well, whatever. I put in like the picnic table, like plates, like the paper plates and paper cups. And I don't think I took screenshots of it correctly, because I forgot to change the color. But because I was gonna go with like a blue accent and I knew that had a swatch in blue, I was like, oh yeah, it's gonna be so cute, I'm gonna change it to blue. But ironically, I forgot to change it to blue here. And then I didn't notice until after I had already taken screenshots and like almost after all of the screenshot editing was done. I'm sorry, I still am having issues with my throat. I don't know, I just have I had a sinus infection and it like kept coming back and it was just horrendous. Like it was so crazy. The antibiotics didn't work. I had to get more antibiotics. And then I'm good now, but like every now and then like my throat gets really dry. Like my sinus passage is like really dry, so like it gets dry and kind of scratchy. But sorry, back to the build. So yeah, I really was excited to use excited that I had the idea to put the paper plates and paper cups in the little cubbies in the counters. Oh, that's what we were talking about. So upstairs, the landing. So that little closet looking area is where I ended up putting the entrance to the rooftop. Now it was open before, and the doorway to this kid bedroom was in there, but I was messing around a little bit with the structure, even though I said I didn't want to. But I did mess around with the structure a little bit because I really liked what I did here. I have a flat wall that goes into that, I have it as I don't know, just a closet, an upstairs linen closet, but a really big linen closet kind of. So I have that, but it's a flat wall, and then each bedroom door is kind of on an angled wall. And I just think it looks really cute and makes the upstairs look more thought out. But yeah, so this is the brother's bedroom. So what I did for this with this family is they're very different, but they get along really well. So the brother that has the guitar on his bed, he's kind of a jock. So he is into sports and he's just a manly man, and he just loves all your stereotypical boy things. And then his brother is not so stereotypical boy, right? And he actually does a lot of like streaming and plays a lot of video games. But I think that they have a really good relationship, and they get along really, really well. I don't necessarily know if I thought they were twins or not, but they are brothers, who are like best friends, I think, and they get along really well. And yeah, so I also think that the brother who is like a jock is he's not dirty or anything, but like he's not the most tidy. And I think that the other brother is more tidy and organized. And I really tried to like make that come through with their furnishing and like their clutter that they have. So I think that I think I did a good job with that. You'll have to let me know what you think. But I just wanted to try to bring out their personalities with all of their clutter. Yeah, I had a really hard time deciding the way that I wanted their beds to be. Because if he's streaming, I was thinking like he's got to be really mindful of like his backdrop, right? And I was like, he's not gonna want people seeing his brother behind him. And I was gonna change his desk to face the other way, like that. See right there, but I didn't like that because then the door is right there. But I really wanted the brother to be on the other side because there is a wall behind him, and I had an idea for the wall, and it ends up covered in like posters and pictures and whatnot. So I just thought that I didn't want to move it. So I do end up turning his desk though, in hopes that maybe that can block him out a little bit. I don't know, or maybe he has some type of like screen that he can pull down behind him. I don't know, but in my head I was like really struggling with what I was going to do for him because he's a streamer. I know I put way too much thought into it, but that's what I had going on inside my head. But I think we're almost done with this room. Oh, I think this is the first time I've ever used these blinds. But I think it was the right choice because they end up looking really good in here. Oh, I also think I changed the color of the room. I thought it looked really plain. And I think that these boys have really fun, vibrant personalities, so I needed to change the color because just white, or like this, I think it's white or gray, I'm not even sure, but like with the gray brick and the white walls, it just wasn't them. So I needed to give the room a little bit more color. So I did end up changing the wall color to a blue, I'm pretty sure. Oh, there's actually still quite a bit of stuff that I do in here because I paint the walls, I decorate the wall, and then I clutter this area over here. So I'm sorry. Oh, I put some board games in because first of all, I love this. I love that we got these. It's such cute little clutter that I'm sorry. I realized I say and like a lot. So here is where I start decorating the wall with a bunch of posters, and I'm thinking maybe he wants to go to Brightchester when he gets into college, but he's really into sports, so I tried to put up a lot of sports stuff, and then on the other side I tried to just make it more fitting to like a gamer, somebody who likes just different things than like sports. And I actually ended up using that, I think it's a freezer bunny. I think that's the one I use, but it's from Horse Ranch. It's like the little metal thing. And it had like a teal swatch, and I thought it looked really super cute, and I really liked the idea. So when I put it up, I had to keep it. I love it so much. I couldn't decide on the rug here. Here I am decorating his side of the room. Just trying to figure out like different things that I wanted for him. There was something I think I was looking for in particular. Oh, there's like the freezer bunny. Do I change it yet? like the color. Maybe I don't change the color here. I really thought I did. Oh yeah, there it is. Okay, that's it. I feel like he like is really into like history also. I don't know why. I got this thought in my head that this is the kind of stuff that he liked. Oh, and then so then I decided like I needed to find that like map picture, and I found it, and I thought it was perfect because it was like kind of like the same color scheme for him. But anyway, over here I was like, this guy, he would have like a neon light. So I really liked the taco one, but I was like, the taco one is so fitting, but the simoleon one is pretty good too. So then I was like debating on which one I wanted to put in there, and I ended up going with the simoleon one just because it was a little less colorful, because I did have a color scheme in the room, but it's all right. So like I said, I ended up making that little area next to the, like in between the two bedrooms, like a little walk-in linen closet, because there's not very much storage in this bathroom. The bathroom has a completely different placement than the other two townhouses, and I ended up using, I'm trying to think, I ended up using two different countertops in here. I don't remember where the one is with the sink on it, but the outer pieces are from Snowy Escape, I think, because they have open like shelving. And I did want to put some clutter in here, just to give it something. This whole apartment was really hard for me because it was so white. And like I said, I really think that some people do white really well. Not me so much. I don't really do it too well. So making the, like just giving different color pops was hard for me. Oh, and then, so I really wanted to, so I had this tub with like the black accents, but then I ended up changing it to gold because I had used the curtains from, is it Get Famous? Vintage Glamour. I'm not sure which one it's from, but I used those curtains and it had like a gold rod, so, or like a brass rod. No, it's not brass. I think it's more gold. So I had to make it match because it was like right next to each other and it just didn't look good. So I did end up changing another, it's not really structural, but like it changed something that came with the build. But yeah. So I really like the other toilets. However, this like toilet clutter piece, I don't even necessarily know if it's good for like toilet clutter, but I always put it on the back of my toilets. I don't know why. I just think it's so perfect for the back of the toilets, and you can't really put them on the toilets that have like the flusher on top. So I usually try to use the other toilets, and then I always end up like changing them out. So if you're wondering why I went with like a different toilet, that's why. Is it Jungle Adventure? Is that the countertop, the middle one that I used? I'm not sure. But that's, I don't know. It doesn't look like it doesn't match, that's for sure. It definitely matched even more so before I changed out the hardware in the room to like that gold color, but it was more of like that brassy brown color before, but that's okay. It still looks good. Just cluttering up the bathroom. I find myself using the same clutter, because, you know, you have a bathroom clutter kit, right? But like, I use all the stuff from the bathroom clutter kit in like all of my bathrooms. Like, I wish that there was like something that had so much more. I don't know if that's greedy of me, but I really wish there was. Just so I had different pieces to like choose from every once in a while. But I still really like the ones that I have. I just hope that other people don't get sick of them. Here I am struggling. I'm like, what accent colors am I going to use in here? But I think I went with like the tan and the green in here because I had the gold, and I thought the tan and the gold could like play off each other really well. I don't know, was I just thinking about if I was gonna change something here? I'm not sure. Yeah, I can't believe I left that. So I don't know if you can see it, but like every now and then by the basketball court downstairs outside, I have like a kitchen cabinet that I didn't realize I left outside until like I was all the way done. And I was like, oh my gosh, how did this get out here? So I don't know what I did, but it was sitting outside and I'm so glad I noticed, but I don't think I had taken screenshots yet. So obviously then I would find it while I was taking screenshots, and I did. It even had clutter on it. That's the sad part, because I replaced the counter, I guess, at some point, and then even replaced the clutter. So I just had to delete it because I just like left it out there. I don't know. I think we're finishing up in the bathroom here. I loved adding like foliage to my bathrooms. I don't know, I just think it gives it a real clean, nice look. Oh, here I am changing the color again, I guess, in the bedroom, because I think I had like a mauve-y kind of color, but that's the color that I used in the parents' bedroom. So it's like a dusty rose or like a mauve color, and so I did not change the color in here. I just went with it, and I think I used the furniture from the For Rent pack, and it ended up working so well. I love this bedroom set that we got with For Rent. It's like my favorite, and I feel like I need to stop using it because I'm gonna overuse it. But I love it so much. I feel like there's a really nice elegance to this room. Just it's not like overly like feminine, but like it's just a touch, and it's just so pretty. I love it. I just love it, and I can't even describe the vibe that I get from it. But as soon as I finished this bedroom, I did not have any problems. I always have problems furnishing my primary bedrooms. I don't have a lot of interest in them. I don't know why, but I just don't. I did not have any problem with this bedroom. I loved it from the second I started, like the second I placed this bed, which by the way is not actually from the new pack, I don't think, but it goes really well with the For Rent like end tables and dresser. And let's see, I'm trying to think of where it's from. I don't know. Anyway, I didn't have any issues with this bedroom. I loved it. And the second I got done, I took a screenshot of it and sent it to my friend, Allie Rose 2020. And I was like, oh my gosh, I am so in love with this bedroom. I love it. And I would totally, this could be my bedroom and I'd be so happy with it. It's very calm. I don't know. It just turned out really pretty, I think. I have no problems with it whatsoever. But I'm just adding a little bit of last minute finishing touches in here, and then I think we're gonna wrap this room up. Anyway, guys, I think we are coming up here on the screenshots, so I'm going to say goodbye, but I really hope that you enjoyed this mini series. I know I did. I hope you enjoy the screenshots, and this whole build now will be up on the gallery. My gallery ID is Bubblini911, so that you can go and download this and make families and play with it however you feel that you want to. But I'm so excited to finally be able to share this. It's been done for a little bit, and I'm so excited because I think I have maybe one rental property up on the gallery, and then this one will be my second one, but I really love this one, and I hope that you guys really like it too. Anyway, I will talk to you all in the next build. I hope you guys have a good week. Bye!